Hey YouTube, this is Southern Purple One. Today I'm gonna ramble. I don't know the point of this video, but I have a strong desire to do it. Today is the day before Thanksgiving, and actually a few hours it will be Thanksgiving Day. And it got me to thinking. I'm very thankful for what I have in life. Thankful for my family, my friends, my relationship with Jesus Christ as a Christian. Thankful for a lot of things. But I got to thinking, watching, looking, and just observing what's going around in our country. And it really got me thinking, have I done everything I can to support our country in the sense of the Constitution and what should be done in our country? What should be morally right? Or have I, because of comforts, looked the other way when the government have done certain things? Have I objected every time something was done? Probably not. Has my parents or your parents? Probably not. Grandparents? Probably not. But I'm still thankful that I'm American. If you think back to the early, they weren't even Americans, they were settlers. They braved crossing the ocean in a boat that we would probably not get into. If we saw the boat they had and said, well, we're going to travel across the ocean, I don't think none of us would get into it. But they had the courage, they had the drive, they had something leading them to get in that boat and travel across the ocean for something better than they had. Some of them were looking for wealth, gold, and a lot of them were looking for the ability to be free, to practice their religion without interference. And I got to thinking, would we be willing today to get into the boat, travel across the ocean for freedom? Would you be willing today to give up everything you have, walk away from your house, your car, everything that you can't carry in a bag or put in a small boat to travel across the ocean? Would you be willing to do that? For true freedom, the ability to govern yourself, the ability to make decisions that affect your life, not to have the regulation and Big Brother watching you every step of the way. So I think that's the question I'm trying to get to you. Would you be willing to give up everything for freedom? Some of you might say, well, we're free in America. We are not free in America. This is no way. If this is freedom, then my soul longs for something else. I want to be able to make decisions in my life, in all aspects. Right now, I don't. If you work, they, at gunpoint, take your money from you. Yeah, don't pay your taxes and see what happens. I have no problem with lawful government. I have no problems with paying my share. If I get services and I want those services, I will gladly pay for them. But to be forced with the loss of everything you own, that's not freedom. Would I be willing right now to go somewhere for true freedom? That would probably mean a fight. Because anywhere I go, someone would probably be claiming that land or property. So that means I would have to value true freedom more than I value my life. Because I would be putting my life on the line. I think back of Valley Forge and the guys huddled around a fire like this. Pretty much just a campfire outside. Some of them didn't have proper shoes. Some had rags. They gave everything for freedom. And I'm thinking, have I done everything I should? Yeah, I served my country. I've suffered physical pain and injury, but is that enough? Does that compensate for what's happening in our government and my lack of objecting. Yeah, I could object and holler and scream, but what did it cost me? Was I willing to stand up and say no and put myself in a position where they arrest me, put me in jail, because I was standing for the Constitution? I haven't been put in jail. So I guess the answer to me is I haven't done enough. Have you done enough? I don't know the answer. But just think, do I deserve to be called an American? Have I done everything I can to pay for that? Or because of comforts that have been given to me by the government, I turn my head away from their injustices and say, well, they give me this or they give me that, or stability in my life, security in my life over freedom. I guess what I'm longing for is true freedom. I'm not an anarchist in any way. I support government. I support right government. I support government that is doing the right things. Our whole monetary system that our whole economy is based on is a fraud. People are getting rich off the labor of us. Our country is on a downhill slide. I don't want to be pessimistic or doom and gloomer, but I am smart enough to see that we are going in the wrong direction. I'm almost at the point now, it's like, if the system crashed, we can rebuild it quicker than trying to fix it. Because there's no way of fixing it. I don't care if you elect Ron Paul. Yeah, he can do some things, but the whole structure of government and the corruption and the bureaucracy that's in place now, they will put roadblocks in front of him every step of the way. Am I longing for a crash? No. I have seen countries crash. I've seen starving kids. I've seen helplessness. I've seen death and destruction. I am not asking for anarchy at all. But what I am asking for is a chance to be free again. A chance to let my children have that opportunity. And it's just opportunity. The United States, you don't deserve anything. But what we give people is an opportunity to be the best they can be. But right now it's stacked against us. Big government has stacked the deck, so we have to be relying on them. They throw us crumbs, and that satisfies some of us. I'm at the point where it's not satisfying me at all. You can keep your crumbs. You can keep whatever you want to throw at me. The only thing I'm longing for is true freedom and an opportunity to pass down a great country to my kids. Our children's future is bleak. They are so far in debt it's mathematically impossible to pay for it. So that is what I've given. My children, your children, that's what we've all given to our children and our grandchildren. It's bleakness. It doesn't have to be. Can we fix it? I don't know. I am not smart enough to know how to fix it, but I do have a strong fire burning inside me to fix it and to get back to that freedom, that true freedom, where I'm over the government. The government works for me. The government's there to serve me in the sense of to take care of me to a point. The government's there to assure that I can have life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, and no one else steps on that right. If they could just do that for me, I would be fine. So I'm sorry I'm rambling. I'm thankful for what we have in this country, but I'm also challenged to fix our problems. So 20 years from now, my son can sit on this stool in front of a nice wood stove saying, I'm glad they fixed it, because the dream was almost dead. Thanks for watching.